there's this is kind of interesting, is where Harun Mughal actually linked to an article from Traversing Tradition, and this article is by Abdur Rahman Mahmood, who's also a Muslim writer, who is very upset that the Christian holiday of Christmas has become cheapened, okay, with all this. So he's upset. Now, I'm going to ask you guys a question. How many Americans do you think of Christmas as a celebration that is rooted in Christian faith, in their Christian faith? What percentage of Americans do you think Christmas is a Christian tradition?
So,
Oh God! Okay.
Well, I read the article, so I know the answer. But also, I think you got the name of the author wrong. At the bottom of the page, it says
Huthaifa Shakirat? Okay, sorry, you're right. I did get the name of the author wrong. I think the blog is owned by no, they retweeted. This was somebody that I was reading a Twitter post. But yes, you're right. The author is Huthaifa Shakirat. Okay, so she's at the Yaqeen Institute. So anyway, also
wow. Oh, really? From
Yeah.
the Yaqeen, this is from the Yaqeen.
Oh, yeah.
Institute.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, Yaqeen Institute. So so it's actually 35%. Only 35% of Americans, according to a Gallup poll in 2019, think of Christmas as a tradition that is rooted in the Christian faith. And what this guy or this woman, I think it's a woman, or no, it's a guy, I don't know.
It's a man.
I don't want to misgender anybody here, but he's especially a Muslim.
A Muslim individual wrote this article.
That is an intersectional offense. So he's saying, while what did he say? Oh man, I forgot the part I was reading. But basically, he's just saying that he doesn't like the fact that Christmas has been stripped of all of the religious.
I want to read some parts of it. The article.
Okay, here I found it. It's that Christmas no longer carries the religious significance that it held for Americans in the past years, right? And then, so it's really interesting that this Muslim writer is joining in the whole thing that there's a war on Christmas, the whole Fox News thing. So the right-wing Christians who think there's a war on Christmas are now aligned with these Muslims who think that, that this Christmas thing is gone.
Can I read the 3 paragraphs of this article? Because I think it's very important.
Please do. Okay. Please do.
It says, as a Muslim, I would be extremely offended at any attempt by outsiders trying to secularize Eid. He's talking about us, basically. For example, if a non-Muslim wants to celebrate Eid, that's fine. However, it has to be in line with Muslim guidelines because it's a Muslim holiday. I would not want someone coming on Eid al-Adha and saying that Eid to them represents how Abraham was a schizophrenic who thought God was speaking to him, but he managed to overcome those difficulties and live happily with his.
I think you read an article on this.
And live happily with his son in spite of his mental illness.
Wait, pause. That was my favorite part of this article. I was like, you're saying that like that's a bad thing. This sounds like a fantastic reinterpretation of that event. Are you kidding me?
I was trying to figure out how could we secularize Eid. So let's actually use this guy's fear of how we secularize Eid. Let's make that how we secularize
need to do a campaign.
Eid.
Let's do it. Let's secularize it. That is the next step.
Eid. Yes, and we use exactly this guy's worst nightmare. We're going to use that as a way. We're going to be like, this is the story that we're going to go with what Eid represents, okay? Christmas should be... Okay, so he's saying Christmas should be restored to its original form. This is a Muslim speaking. This is a Muslim saying... A Muslim is writing, from Yaqeen Institute, from all places, is saying, bring Christ back to Christmas, okay? He's saying, I believe that it should be stripped of the many commercial and secular influences so that it can revert to helping Christian believers to better connect with their faith. I understand that in regions such as Africa, South America, and Central America, Christianity has been widely accepted and is practiced by millions. The commercialization of Christmas therefore cheapens the faith, and cheapens the faith. Fantastic. This is a good thing. He's speaking as if this is bad. Cheapens the faith. Yay to commercialization then. Cheapens the faith, and that many hold dear. I would feel insulted if the traditions of my Islamic faith were to be watered down by worldly forces. As Muslims, we approach our holiday with the respect that it deserves. I feel that Christians should be accorded a similar level of reverence. Christmas remains one of the most important holidays for those celebrating it, regardless of their faith. However, an honest look at how Christmas is practiced today reveals that it no longer serves its initial purpose. Retailers are among the culprits that should be blamed. Wow, for the corruption, that Christmas has suffered. The future of the how could he say, like, isn't Christianity already a corrupted version of Islam? So they're corrupting the corruption, basically. Isn't that like a double negative? Wouldn't corrupting the corruption fixes it? Anyway, never mind.
That much more corrupt.
Just add to the corruption. Okay. The future of this holiday as a religious commemoration is certainly in question as an increasing number of Americans abandon religion and identify as non-religious. The Christian underpinning of Christmas could be lost. Be that as it may, Muslims should have no part in this desanctification, right? Both out of respect for Christian religious tradition and out of defensiveness for our own religious traditions, which would naturally be the next target. So he's already predicting that it's going to be the next target, and he wants to make sure that they don't look like hypocrites because they were taking part in the secularization of Christmas, and now when we come after their traditions, they're like, no, you can't do this. He's like trying to prepare for that. But this is
what he's saying.
What?
They're coming for our children.
No, but this guy gives you all the reasons why you should secularize, right? This is fantastic, right? And he's worried about all these Muslims that now are enjoying Christmas. And this is why secularizing Christmas is such a great thing, because more Muslims are enjoying Christmas. But go on.
No, but he's not the only one. I'm telling we're out here doing all of this other stuff, thinking we're blaspheming and offending. But this is the thing that actually scares them, because this is impinging on what they think is their territory. Okay, when you strip with the Eid thing, if we do secularize Eid, right? If we start doing this, this is how freaked out they are about Christianity or Christmas being secularized. Like, if we did the same thing and made Eid universal, right? Like that, it would be that would be the game changer. That is the real threat that they feel. You heard people say this, that you're an ex-Muslim now, change your name. Why do you still have a Muslim name? Right? That is the kind of thing that really feels like a threat to them. They think that is the biggest threat to the faith, because it is. Like, Phil Zuckerman is right about this. He's absolutely right about it. That is the way. When you're talking about leaving religion, what are some of the main reasons that people don't want to leave religion?
They want security.
Yeah, it's mainly their community, their rituals, their childhood. They have bonds with their families. Like, if I lose the faith, then I'm going to lose my family. My family's going to disown me. My neighbors are going to ostracize me. Those are the things that they don't want to lose. So what if you give them a way to keep all that stuff
and give up without the belief?
That's what the book, The Atheist Muslim, is about. I'm sorry, I'm totally plugging it right now, but that's exactly the thesis of it. And that's why I wanted to really talk about this topic right now, because I actually think it's super important. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah.
Look how cute we are with our copies.
You guys are great. I love you guys. I gave them my last copy. I have to get more. But that was the point of it, is that if you can do that, that's not. And Armin, you nailed it. You actually said it. I should have put that in the book. What you said about how this is the opposite of reform, and that entire thing, that the rationale that you gave of it, it is that. That's the whole point. It's not reform. It's not a lie. You're very openly saying that, okay, I kind of like this party thing. I'm going to do my iftar, but I'm going to do it with a beer, right?
Right.
Or I'm going to do my Eid party, but bring whatever element you want. I'm going to make it mixed sexes. I'm not going to have it segregated, things like that. Yeah. That is the stuff that really becomes a threat to them.
And
go ahead.
This article was interesting to me because I think this mentality fits very well into a certain section of Muslim intellectuals or apologists who basically are against representation, mainstream representation in U.S. culture specifically, because with the larger representation is going to come a lot of this secularization and the taking away of the traditional meanings.
Hey guys, if you want to join these streams live, get your comments and questions read by Ali and Armin and the guests, and most importantly, to get full access to the full video versions of all these episodes, become a patron. Link in the description below.